Hello there, it's me, and I'm back again. This time, I'm going to be talking about why the 3D Sonic games have such a bad reputation. Now before I even start this video, I want to disclaim, I don't hate Sonic Forces. I enjoyed Sonic Forces, I actually thought it was pretty good, and this isn't an excuse for me to hate on the game. But with that now out of the way, let's get on to why I think the Sonic 3D games have such a bad rep. Now before I get into my points, I'm not saying that literally every single 3D Sonic game is bad. I mean, look at these two masterpieces. Like, how can you say that every 3D Sonic game is bad when these games exist? Anyways, I've spent too long saying why some 3D Sonic games aren't bad. Let's talk about the ones that are. Sorry, something in my throat. Now, if you ask any Sonic fan, 2D or 3D, which one's better? Most likely you're going to get a 2D response. But the 3D titles are still good. There's just one aspect of them that causes them to fail, and that is the level design. You look at reviews for a Sonic game that's been released recently that's 3D that are negative, and most of them are talking about how clunky, janky and confusing the new levels are. And there's part of me that agrees with them. In Sonic Forces I found myself getting stuck quite a lot because there were pointless parts of the levels that took you absolutely nowhere. I mean, here are some negative reviews about the level design in the most recent 3D Sonic games. One thing they do have in common though is that all of the stages are on the shorter side relative to most Sonic games, and there's no limited number of lives to worry about, so a lousy death due to questionable design every so often is a lot less rage inducing than it could be. Plus, it makes the stages easier to go back and replay to try and earn loot, but the short levels have a downside. A lot of potential for interesting stage design goes unrealised because everything's over so fast. Classic Sonic suffers the most. His presence in Forces seems like an afterthought since he appears only in a handful of levels that are over far too quickly. All three stage types have a persistent Sonic problem. They don't do a great job of foreshadowing danger, so when you're moving at high speed through hazard-laden stages, you're going to find yourself taking hits or falling into pits you possibly couldn't have reacted to. It's nowhere near as unfair as in games like the notorious Sonic 2006 at least, but it definitely doesn't go out of its way to avoid these unfair feeling traps. Overall, the stages feel inconsistent. You'll have a few fun runs with a lot of cool gimmicks like high-speed rail chases and sliding down a giant tube of water followed by one focus on a finicky platforming and bad hazards. Going back to our earlier point about having issues with each of the different playstyles, the 3D environments that house Sonic and the Avatar are usually let down with the fact that you hardly ever feel particularly in control. The majority of the time is spent holding your control stick forward or to the right, hoping that you don't crash into anything, not that you can usually see when an obstacle is approaching. And trying not to fly off the edge. When using the grappling hook, it is usually just a case of either button mashing or reacting to on-screen prompts to fly around the course. You'll either make every jump without any truly satisfying feeling of accomplishment, or fall to your doom in a way that can feel completely unfair. This is a shame because there are moments where simply bursting as Sonic can feel fun. It just doesn't happen often enough, and the Avatar levels feel a little underwhelming in competition. So, the key to make a good 3D Sonic game is to just give us a bit of freedom. In most of the 3D Sonic games it seems that are put on rails and we just have to move left and right and stop ourselves from falling off. Give us a little bit of freedom to run around, explore as Sonic, and that'll be good. Oh wait, that sounds familiar. Oh!